Welcome again, everybody. Woo! The iTeraCare is definitely rocking the world. Now, later we're gonna call a special testimony. I was asked to call somebody, which is a very great testimony. So later we're gonna do that. Okay. And so before the testimony, let me go into the product presentation. Again, this is the iTeraCare. I'm not going to talk about the bio. That's for another presentation, Zoom call. I'm not going to talk about the OxyTap, but eventually we're going to combine the three and we're going to have a good presentation with 3-in-1 presentation that will culminate this super ultimate human health. All right, that is the goal. So let's talk about the iTeraCare. This is our star product, the flagship of Thrive International. We've got the classic device. This is our hot cake. We call this the red hot chili pepper. We've got the premium device, which is 3 times the price of the classic. 3 times its, time of using it, like that you shorten it, all right? Like 3 times its effect as we per se it. And we've got the pro device, 10 times the classic. The pro is used for commercial level. Like if you have a clinic, you're a doctor, you've got spa, you get the pro. If money is not an issue, get the pro device. So this presentation evolves in this, and I'm going to talk about the science, the technology of this most powerful terahertz frequency therapy device today, which again, I said, this is revolutionary because it changes the game. The game was you pop a pill. If you have a problem, you pop a pill. And we know that they have failed with this, like popping a pill is suppressing, but it's not actually, all right, getting into the source of the problem. It's just suppressing the problem, all right? If you have high blood pressure, they give you something to thin your blood so the blood flows well, but actually it's not because of that blood that is thickening. It's somewhere beyond that. So it's probably nutrient deficiency, but they just give you something you pop. And, for us, yeah, if you believe in that, it's fine. But we want a better knowledge. The knowledge today is about energy and understanding what the body needs. So disclaimer, this is very important. This is not an FDA device. This is a household electrical equipment. In other words, we are not under the FDA. All right. So anything about your health concern, consult your doctor. I'm not a doctor. I'm a speaker or researcher. I'm the chief training officer of the company. So I speak in behalf of what I have learned and have done based on research and science. So I'm going to talk about science. But before science, let's backtrack. What is the problem today compared to thousands of years ago and our modern lifestyle today? The problem is everyone that is born in our time, all right, of course, we age, but everybody gets to a phase of being totally sick and suffer before death. And that is a fact. Thousands of years ago, people are born, they are aged fully like 200 years old, 300. We have heard in some great books, they can go up to 600, 900 before they die. I mean, aging was like, wow. It's not an issue the way we see aging today, all right? It was like they are just young for the longest period of time and they die because they have to live the body. There was no sickness. It was so uncommon for somebody thousands of years ago to get sick and die. It was really uncommon. But today it's common. Like almost everybody has to die to go through sickness, disease, and suffer before dying. Why is that so? Because our modern lifestyle suggests that the way we eat, our mindset about food, the things that we do, our medical system, our health system, this is the result, ladies and gentlemen. Now, this is not some sort of judging, but this is based on fact. This is updated in 2023, and it's been the always #1 cause of death until today, and that is cardiovascular disease, or people dying because of stroke. And second is cancer, and you know that. And we've got the third leading cause of death. You can search it. It's actually iatrogenic, or we call it medical error. Can you imagine that? People are dying because of medical error. But look at the statistics here, all right? Every 34 seconds, somebody has to die because of the CVD, cardiovascular disease. And every 3 minutes, someone dies because of stroke. And this is a problem because our lifestyle is suggesting, telling us, hey, something's not right here. We lack nutrients. All right. We lack the knowledge of what to eat. We want everything fast. And according to this guy, he said, the longer the shelf life of the food, the shorter it gives life to you. And most people, we eat longer shelf life. Like we have something in can, something in a plastic, something that's preserved for a long time. And the more we eat this type of food, guess what? It shortens our life. Lifestyle disease is attributed to wrong behaviors and habits. Therefore, 74% of global mortality is not caused by infectious disease, but it's caused by this stroke or lifestyle diseases. As you can see here, 6.7 million. And guess what? You can search this. Lately, the excess death is skyrocketed. To the roof. I've seen a lot of news that there's a lot of excess death. And you know why? After COVID, something happened worldwide. And they have done this to every humanity. In case you don't know, they have done something to humanity. It's a great crime they've done to humanity. And a lot of human beings are dying before their time. They want us to die early. Why is that so? Now, we want to redeem ourselves from this deadly infectious diseases that is being invaded, or invading our world. Not just this, they call this the Ebola, the coronavirus, all these illnesses that they want to scare us, causes us a lot of this fear and gives us this, fear like, I want to go for hospitalization, because that's the only way humanity knows that every time there's a problem, you go for hospitalization. Eventually, when the consciousness is higher, we can self-heal. We can self-regulate. For now, no, not yet. People goes into their medical, advices, and guess what? You spend a lot of money. And most of these problems of our health, most of this that we experience in lifestyle disease boils down to what we call inflammation. And you know this. Inflammation, as we call this is called the mother of disease. I love it. Disease. You are not at ease. When you're in pain, the Chinese medicine, or the traditional Chinese medicine, they call it blockage. And blockage is the main cause of this body pain. What is blockage? All right. It's two things. There is not enough flow of blood, which brings oxygen. And number two, there is not enough energy in that area. So if there is less energy and less oxygen or circulation, guess what? That's where pain is. So every pain in the body is just caused by two things: lack of oxygen or circulation and lack of energy. And we call this inflammation or blockage. Now, there is a secret healing system in our body that no one is talking about. They don't want to teach this us because once we are empowered, we take back our power. Humanity will not be dependent upon this system. But guys, in case you don't know, the body is the best doctor. If you agree with me, say yes. Our bodies, they are designed to heal itself. In fact, I've read that the brain is the best pharmaceutical in the world. Everything you need is in the brain. The brain is able to produce that. In fact, the brain is nasty. Whatever the brain wants, it gets. If the brain needs calcium, it's going to get it from the bones. If it needs something else, it's going to get it somewhere in the tissues and organs. You know this. This is science. The brain gets what it wants because why? It is designed to regulate the body. It's designed to heal the body. The body is designed to thrive. That's why Hippocrates, many years ago, he said that there is a natural, oh, I love this, natural healing force within each human being. And this force is the greatest force that is able to heal the body. Oh, wow, marvelous is that. In other words, the physical body has an energy, has a frequency, has a force, a capacity to heal itself. And why is that so? Because everything is energy. Energy is the building block of matter. Science and quantum physics has proven that. And in fact, the human body is an energy field. Our cells made of molecules and atoms. And if you look beyond the atoms, you can see all these waves and particles. They see light. There's no tangible thing beyond atom. In other words, beyond the matter, it's non-physical things. It's non-matter at all. In other words, it's all energy. So therefore, the physical body is an energy machine. It's an energy being. So if everything is energy beyond matter, if we take that consciousness, that understanding that everything is energy, therefore everything vibrates. Everything has a tune. Everything has a frequency. So if everything has a tune, is vibrating, has a frequency. In other words, we can definitely redeem what was lost just by using vibration or energy. Now, no wonder Nikola Tesla said this. Oh, I love this guy. He said, if you want to find the secrets of the universe, which I think this secret is being unraveled, it's no longer a mystery because more and more people are understanding this. He said, if you want to find the secret, you got to study what? You're not going to study matter. You study energy. You got to learn what is frequency. You got to understand why vibration does that. What is resonance? If you really want to know how this material world is created, go into energy, frequency, and vibration. He's right. And another great guy, a scientist everybody knows, his name is Albert Einstein. He said, the future of medicine will be the medicine of frequencies. Sweet, sweet. This is the future, ladies and gentlemen. In fact, look at this. You can see this in the internet. We've seen this in a lot of docos, right? The future is here. We've got energy healings already. You know, you've seen this. Probably most of these are ancient, but it's coming back. We're going back to ancient ways, all right? But in a modern touch, we've got Reiki healing. We've got pranic healing. We've got quantum healing. And you know, theta healing, crystal healing, you can see this energy medicine technologies and all of this that's now available. We have books talking about energy healing, frequency healing. And in fact, we've got mats of frequency therapy devices. People just lie down. They have what they call med beds. The future is being introduced in our time. And eventually this will become a norm. That energy is the way to heal the body. We will get back into nature once we understand what energy is all about. Now, this is going to blow your mind. In 2003 of September, NASA, all right, they have discovered, you know, what's the backstory of this PEMF? Now, NASA, as those, you know, administration or institution that brings people out of space, they got to have the best technology in the world, right? It makes sense. They're looking for ways and how they can speed up the recovery and the, you know, the bodies of the astronauts. They want ways, they want technology, how they can speed up, you know, once they come back to Earth after a long period of exposure, you know, above gravity or above Earth. The body begins to deteriorate faster. And you know this. So NASA wants to find a way how to increase or hasten the healing recovery process of the body. And so they have this PEMF. This was discovered by them with a lot of scientists. This was in 2003 by Thomas J. Goodwin. So certain frequencies help fasten or hasten the healing and regenerative powers of cells, not by using pills, but using frequency. They call it PEMF. They increase the cellular growth and gene proliferation. And this is totally amazing. Now, guess what? This PEMF is in our bio and BioLite. Yup, you heard me. We have this technology that was discovered in 2003 by NASA. Now we adapted this in our bio and BioLite. And guess what's the effect? It seems that once you put your feet On the BioLight, it seems you're walking on soil, like grounding yourself. It has the same effect. You change the polarity of your cells. You bring in electrons to your cells. It's like giving you energy, because remember, we're energy beings. That is the effect of the PEMF. Now, another one. This is going to blow your mind again. This is Dr. Anthony Holden. You know, he had a TED talk. You better watch his TED talk. And they have discovered again that certain organisms and cancer cells in particular, it's vulnerable with certain frequencies. In other words, they tune thousands of frequencies. It's like tuning a radio, you know. Once you get the exact frequency, the exact number, you start to listen, you start to hear what this radio station is broadcasting. You know what I mean? Right? Now, they've tried hundreds and thousands of frequency, and guess what? They have discovered that cancer cells has certain frequency. Once you match the frequency of the cancer cells, guess what happened to the cancer cell? Cancer cells shatter. Like boom, boom, boom. Leukemia cells shatters. Cells that are mutating, they shatter. Cyst, tumor, even organisms. Just by what? Using frequency. There's no pills, there's no drug, there's no synthetic material. It's all frequency. This shows that frequency has a very powerful effect in the human body and the things around us. Now, in line with this, Nathan talking about frequency, PEMF. What is this all about? Now, let's talk about another most discussed, talked about frequency in the world today. We call this the terahertz frequency. A lot of scientists are just really amazed with this frequency. This frequency, by the way, if you look at the spectrum, is not electronic or photonic in nature. This is in between the electronic and photonic. And when you say photonic, that's the light wave or light frequency. When you say electronic, that's the microwave or the radio wave frequency. That's what we use in our radios, in our Wi-Fi, in our, data transfer. The photonic is what we use like infrared or X-rays, those sort. It's none of those. It is in between. Now, it is in between the 0.1 and 10 terahertz. This is the science of this, which is very, very good for humans. Now, in 2004, the US government named this terahertz technology as one of the top 10 technologies that will change. And it's happening today, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to change the future of humanity. This is just a total blast for humanity. Now, it's being used in communication. The high-level frequency terahertz is used for communication, aviation, even in terminals. You see this in the X-rays and in the metal detectors. They use terahertz because the microwave, it's very detrimental to the body. Imagine you get through this X-ray machines and this, little opening, and you get this metal detectors. It just bombarded you with a lot of radiation, which is bad for the body. So they shifted into terahertz, which is good for the body because terahertz is non-ionizing frequency. And it's also used in biomedical, because again, it's not detrimental to the body. Now, who discovered this? This was discovered in the 1980s by the American scientist. And the American scientist was just so engrossed with this terahertz, and they call this the wave of life. Now, why so? I have to ask myself, why would American scientists call this frequency wave of life? Because this frequency is of the same frequency of the normal human cell. Yep, you heard me. Remember what I said? When you tune in a radio, remember what Anthony Holland said? When you tune in, you get that devastating effect to cells, cancer cells. This terahertz has the same frequency of the normal human cell. What happens? The cells of the body, of the human body, begins to be activated. That's why they call this wave of life. That is totally amazing. Japanese scientists, they're also like, they call this light of life. Why again? Because of its feature, because of its benefits to the body. And guess what? The Chinese scientists, they call this God's wave band. In other words, all right, divine. Divine. Why? Because it's the same frequency that divine, all right, you may call it God, created this so that it becomes the frequency of his creation. That's why it's divine. And this is just so amazing. Now, let's look into data and scientific, writings and write-ups. Now, this was written by the National Library of Medicine. This is a review of the physical application or feasible application of the terahertz waves in medical diagnostics and treatments. This was published in 2021 of December. There's a lot of text here. Now you can find this. This is available in public. You can find this in ncbi.nlm.nih.gov. That is the US government site. They were talking about treating angina and a lot of stuff. This is the data that they have published about the terahertz. And there's more research papers on the health benefits of the terahertz frequency. There's one there in the Journal Applied of Physics. This was in 2018. We've got the Journal of Biomedical Optics, cellular effects of the terahertz waves in the body. That was September of 2021. And another NCBI US government site in neural synaptics. I mean, it affects neurons in the brain. You know how important that is? I just realized, I've listened to this guy. He said, our moods are affected by our neurons. All right. If you lack neurons and all those amino acids, which triggers what's in the brain and the oxygen, it changes the mood. Well, it makes sense, right? If you're not feeling good and physically, do you have the nice mood of feeling joyful and happy? No. So it starts in the physiology, in the physical, in the brain in particular, neurons. And guess what? The terahertz affects neuronal synaptics. These are the bonding of neurons in the brain. This was again published by the US government site. And numerous scientific papers to prove to you that terahertz has a lot of health benefits. Now, there's a lot of health benefits. There is one guy, one guy who said, I'm going to make difference to this world using the terahertz. And his name is Mr. Professor Yang Wen-jun. All right, kudos to this guy, man. I haven't met him. All right, I wish to see him. And I heard he's coming to Bangkok. I'm going to shake his hand. I listened to his presentation. He went to HQ in Malaysia and he talked about the terrorists. You know what I love about him? His love for humanity. He said, I want to make a difference. I want to change lives using this technology. So Yang Wen-jun is the first scientist who successfully invented, read my lips, successfully invented the first terahertz lightwave device in the world. And this was done after 8 years of diligent research. And he was appointed by Chinese Academy of Science as a think tank, even by the government. And he becomes the authority of the terahertz industry. As you can see, he spent a lot of money just to perfect the technology. And the first device was created last 2014. This is the first generation terahertz device, and it was priced at $412,000 US. Whopping, highly valued. And it looks really ugly. I wouldn't use this because it looks like a huge bazooka where you can participate in the war in Israel. And of course, because after 3 years, they got in a cheaper one, still quite high, 19,000. And that is the second generation terahertz device. They've got a lot of this was handmade, by the way. So a lot of research, spending a lot of money, a lot of failures, but they come up with 2017. And of course, they cannot market this at this price until one day they got the first one. We've got the Pro. This is the third generation, and they've perfected it. right? So this is now the device we're using as our pro device. Now, from that day, 2019, this device is being used in medical, is being used in hospitals. You've seen videos, they're using these hospitals and clinics, doctors, practitioners. This was the third device. And in 2021, this is when I joined Private International, the fourth generation came, all right? I can vividly remember the first generation was like, wow, oh my gosh. When I hold it, it's like I've held in my hand, is like, wow, this is the future. It's going to change a lot of lives. It's going to change my life. I can vividly remember that. And my father, who had a high blood pressure of 240 over 220, when he used this for 3 hours, guys, 3 hours, his blood pressure went down to 170. Now, my dad has been using this device for 2 years already. And guess what? His blood pressure is stabilized. That is a great testimony for me. Even with my brother, even with my tita, we call it auntie or uncle. I mean, a lot of my family members are enjoying this device. We're using the iTeraCare fourth generation. We call this the red hot chili pepper. Now, we've got 62 clinical tests here. Now, come on. All right, yeah, you know, if you claim that it is what it is, then show me the papers. Again, this is the paper of the iTeraCare. I'm not just talking about those TeraHertz stuff, but we're talking about the TeraHertz inside the iTeraCare, which was issued by the Beijing Research Institute. And you would say, Nathan, this China. Of course, go to Google and search Beijing. Beijing Research Institute is one of the top 5 research institutes all over the world. You know, China, guys, you know, all right. So they've done a test and they said, wow, this is amazing. And this is the result of that test issued by the Beijing Research Institute of Chemical Technology. You can see it's #1 against inflammation. Remember what I said in the first slide? All right, blockage, inflammation is the cause of all this pain and the mother of all these diseases, remember? And #1 is the inflammation. We're addressing the root cause of a lot of these diseases, which is called inflammation. iTeraCare can definitely address that based on what? Based on data. Of course, comprehensive health, tumor, viruses, diabetes, and so on and so forth. Why is that so? Because the iTeraCare has 3-in-1 core technologies. It's very safe, effective, portable. Switch it on, plug it in, switch it on. That's it. And it's going to produce the TeraHertz, which is the most powerful frequency all right, for the human body. We got the quantum. You know what's quantum, right? It amplifies energy, even your intention. That's why be very, very specific. Be intentional. If you want your body to be strong while you're using the iTeraCare, say the magic word. Say it, I'm strong. All right. If you want your kidney to be better, say it. My kidney is well and better and it's functioning well. Say it, because your brain, your mind is listening. Your cells is listening. And it's also absorbing the energy from the iTeraCare and the optical quartz crystal. Remember, this is like the sunlight in your hands. So you got a sunlight in your hands, you got a quantum, you got a terahertz. Oh my gosh, it's going to help the physical body very well. Now, according to quantum model of reality, Dr. Joe Dispenza said this, that all diseases is a lowering of frequency. Makes sense. All right. If you have low energy, the body is unhealthy. As simple as that. If you don't have any energy at all, that body is kaput. It's dead. No energy is dead. It's all about energy. If the body has high energy, you know, this elevated energy, joy, arousal, you know, love and enlightenment, all of these things, the body is healthy. It's all about energy, as you know. Why? Why is it all about energy? Because we understand, this is what Bruce Lipton said, a doctor. He said, every cell in your body is a battery. We've got trillions of cells and they're called batteries. Oh my gosh, you're a Tesla in a physical form. Nope. But you are a battery. In other words, you're a battery being. Remember, you are a energy being. Everything is battery, you know? And in fact, all right, now look at this data again. This is science again. You know, they have tested the voltage per cell. A normal healthy cell has a voltage somewhere between 80 to 100 millivolts. Every cell has a millivolt, huh? A bad cell, abnormal state, really bad cell, like those zombie cells, somewhere between 5 to 20 millivolts. and the weak cells. This is where it starts to get really, really bad, right? With inflammation and all this stuff, that cell has a charge of somewhere between 50 to 60. You can search this. This is in data. This is in science. Now, you got to charge the cells. Using terahertz, of course, there's a lot more joy, happiness, nice nutrition, sunlight, PMF, all of this. It's going to charge the cells back to its optimum state. Once the cells are in optimum state, the body as a whole is healthy. That is the goal, ladies and gentlemen. The goal is to keep your cells at optimum state. Every single cell in my body is happy, right? Every single cell in my body is well. It got to be every single cell. And the iTeraCare can help every single cell in your body to be healthily optimized in its millivolts, ladies and gentlemen. Now, 5 features of the iTeraCare. Let's talk about this 5 feature one by one. All of this. Okay, let's start with the first feature. We call this the penetration. It heats up the bone and clears the blockages. Now, this frequency can penetrate from the nozzle of the iTeraCare. It can penetrate 1 foot, somewhere between 20 to 30 centimeters. That is the range. It reaches the bone marrows. It reaches your capillaries. That's the power of the iTeraCare. Other devices, they claim they have terahertz, cannot even penetrate skin deep. Cannot. It cannot go beyond the skin depth. All right. And they claim it's good terahertz, but it's not. All right. This is on data. But the iTeraCare, 1 foot, 1 ruler, that's like 12 inches, 6 to 12 inches, and it penetrates down, even beyond, right? All right. Now, that's great. Now, Hippocrates said about there's a way to heat the bones, all right? Right? If there's a way to heat the bones, all diseases can be treated. He's talking about heat, hyperthermia. You don't need surgery. You just need fire. He was talking about this. Now, this was like a mystery for most people. Now, we begin to understand that we can definitely heat up the body. Or, of course, we have this spa, the steam, all of this hot bath, hot spring bath. It heats up the body, and somehow it activates something within us, even cold bath. Something with extreme temperature helps the body. So Hippocrates was right. You heat up the body, you heat the bones, all these diseases can be treated. Now, there was a study done by the Russian Academy of Sciences that once you start activating, right, those stem cells using terahertz in the bone marrows, it's being released in the body. So by activating the stem cells using the iTeraCare, guys, on your spine. Why spine? Because the spine is the factory of cells. You know that. The spine produces cells in the body, white blood cells, red blood cells, all those cells that the body needs, all those types of cells, stem cells. And guess what? We've got a lot of sleeping stem cells dormant inside the bones, inside the spine. So the moment you use iTeraCare, 15 to 20 minutes, blow that on your spine, guess what? You're going to release brand new stem cells. And stem cells are non-specific. So whenever the body, the brain said, hey, we need new cells in the kidney because something's wrong with the kidney, so you better go there. Eventually, you're going to have a brand new kidney. In the eyes, you're going to have brand new eyes, brand new liver. That is what stem cell is all about. You know how much it costs for you to have a stem cell injection? It costs a lot of money in the Philippines. It can cost $1 million. But here you can get it for free just by using the iTeraCare on your spine. That is so amazing. All right. Benefits of heating the body. The iTeraCare has this heating function. All right. And heating the body, it has this good benefits. It boosts the immune system. There's a lot of metabolic activities in the cells and cellular oxygenation, blood flow increases, you know, that heat packs. You know, you got a boo-boo, you put a hip bag on the child. Oh, it's good. Or a cold compress, all this stuff. It increases the flow. And it's also good for tissues and muscles and stiffness of the joints. And it's a very powerful discomfort killer. In other words, if you heat the body, this is specifically great for athletes, people who are active. You go to the gym. After the gym, you see those sore muscles, right? You get all this muscle pains, which is normal. Then you use the iTeraCare to lower that. and speeds up the recovery of your muscles. All right. The second feature is activation. It activates the inactive cells through resonance. All right. It generates this vibration. In other words, this is like having acupuncture without needles. So activation, that's why we blow on meridian points. All right. And part of our instruction manual is you blow on 10 meridian specific points, like the hands, all right, the back of your knees, even on your belly, even here. These are meridian points, because once these meridian points, these are like checkpoints, the lymph nodes and all this stuff. It activates somewhere in between there, somewhere inside there. It is connected to somewhere inside the body, the organs, the brain, and it just allows proper circulation in the body, oxygenation, and so on and so forth. This is what iTeraCare is doing. It activates the traffic flow of blood inside the body. And this was stated by the Chinese meridian and Western cytology technology. Now, this is resonance, right? Resonance, remember what the American scientist said, that this is a wave of life because it resonates, but it has the same frequency with the human cells, the normal human cells. Exactly. Resonance means the same frequency, and it creates vibration. Vibration creates activation of the energy inside the cells. That's why resonance is the future. Vibration is the future of healing the body. All right. It goes into your DNA, your RNA, and influences the health. It releases those proteins that the body needs. So by doing resonance, the body begins to align itself. Now, number 3, identification. It stops the growth of abnormal and mutated cells. In other words, this frequency is able to eliminate or liquefy those unnecessary cells, those bad cells, and it also strengthens the healthy cells. At the same time, it repairs damaged cells, all right? Number 4, safety. No ultraviolet, right, rays, no radiation. This is certified by the Academy of Science in Sinochem, and it's great for children and elderlies. Now, more to this, to add this for safety, we've got a lot of inspection safety reports, patented product, tested and proven for safety and effectiveness by a number of national authoritative institutions. Well, I couldn't read them because they're in Chinese. But again, we've got a translated papers to English. But why is it Chinese again? Because again, this is originated in China. You got to accept it, guys. Don't be too, racist here. You got to accept it. There are some countries that has done some great feats of discovery of technology, and China is the first one in this TeraHertz world. Okay, so let's accept that. So they have done all the tests, all right? And you know what? There's more. We've got CE, EMC. Now the CE is the Europe, the FC is the American. We got all of this. They tested this, and okay, we've got the quantum level testing, precise testing, and also testing of the trace elements in our tube, right? Quality material and the design patent number is there. All right. And another one, to give you a good peace of mind, we've got the product liability insurance. In other words, right, the company, all right, partnered with LawnPack Insurance, that we got you covered. We got you covered here in case, there is a harmful effect, which is not present. But in case you have proven that when you use this iTeraCare, somehow it gives you a bad effect, and you got an insurance of up to $1 million US. Now, for LawnPack Insurance to get this as the insurer, all right, I think they have enough brains to understand how safe this product is, right? I don't think LawnPack would just say, okay, we're going to do it because you pay us. No. I think LawnPack is thinking, okay, before we say yes and be able to pay $1 million, you got to do all the tests, show me all the papers. And I think the LawnPack has done their homework, and they said, okay, we want to be your insurance partner, Thrive International. Okay, number 5, user-friendly. It can be used on all individuals, including infants, elderlies, and without any side effects and contraindication. It's so easy to operate, right? You don't need professional skills, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Okay. Now, this is great, amazing. And we've got all these benefits: eliminates unhealthy cells, activates inert cells, increase self-healing ability. This is what I love. The body heals itself, and the iTeraCare helps the body heals itself. clears meridian and lymph points, okay? Improves microcirculation, specifically the brain, the eyes, those tiny nerves and vessels. It regulates the glands. This is great for ladies to balance your hormones. Removes excess body fluids, water retention. And number 8, improves overall blood circulation. Now, again, data here. This is the BioWell Kirlian camera. They have tested our premium. And this lady was just so surprised because after 15 minutes of using the iTeraCare, from 75% of alignment of this man's body, all right, those are chakras, by the way. And the idea is the chakra should be aligned, or homeostasis, alignment, so that the body heals faster. So the more it's aligned, the body heals faster. If it's disaligned, misplaced, it's not going to heal faster. The body is stressed. That's the idea. Now, 15 minutes of usage, from 75, it shot up to 92%. And after 30 minutes, guess what? It went to 100%. That is the power of the TeraHertz. It gives a huge boost to the body's innate healing system, so we can heal faster. So it's great for skin beautification, all right? Color restoration of the hair, okay? Ladies, you can use this as hair dryer. All right, and even for charging the water, right? Charging the water, it linear clusters the measurement or the molecular structures of the water, make it easily absorbed by your cells, all right? This is the power of frequency to your water molecules, and it's great for this body to, again, it's just great for polarity of your cells, and gives you a lot of energy. It's great for your red blood cells, hydrates your body ultra fast. It's great for the skin complexion. It neutralizes free radicals. It's great for oxygenation. So drink this type of water all the time. You know, in my house, I have this, you know, I practically, we use iTeraCare, even with my fish, our pets, our vegetables, our fruits, even your juices, even your wines. You have a wine there in your house, try it, before you drink it, you separate 2 glasses, the other one is charged. Just try it, guys, and tell me what's the difference. You will find it interesting. All right. So this is the application of the iTeraCare, and this is great here. An hour of iTeraCare therapy is equivalent to 10 times of acupuncture without the needles, 20 times of cupping, 30 times of gua sha, and 40 times of massage. Now, this is precautionary. This is very important for those of you who are first-timers in the house. We don't recommend for people who are having or is pregnant, menstruating. If you're menstruating, don't blow where there's bleeding there, ladies, please. All right, you can blow other parts of the body. Now, if you have a stent in the heart, or those congenital heart disease. In other words, those people who have objects in the heart, lens implanted inside the eyes, open wounds, and fractured bones, please don't blow there directly. Now, ask the person that invited you here tonight. That's the best way you can do, all right? The person that invited you is a person that will be your sponsor if you wish to do this business. Why am I encouraging you to do and share this product? Because in just 2 years, we have grown to over 70 countries, regions, and states, and we have 23 branches already, and that is phenomenal. That is a phenomenal growth for a very young company, and our headquarters is in KL, Malaysia, right? That's the place. All right. And you can visit our place if you wish, and you can meet our board of directors. All right. This is our board of directors. Dr. Steven is the founder, president. Dr. Jimmy is the vice president. Mr. Azigoy is the chairman, and the co-founder, group general manager, or group general director is Mr. Casey Tan. All right. So collectively, they have over 100 years of experience in leadership, sales, marketing, direct selling industry. And this is what makes the iTeraCare or Private International one of the best. You can join us, be part of us. All right. We've got all these awards. We've got this MOSHPA awards, MFMPA awards, best direct selling awards, and all of this. We are proudly appointed. Okay, guys, this is the upper hand. The upper hand is we are the global sole and exclusive distributor of the iTeraCare device in the world. No one else that has the authentic. So you can find other stuff like TeraHertz, probably blah, 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 blower, TeraHertz blower. You can find this in Amazon, eBay, Lazada, Shopee. But guess what? Those are imitations. Those are replicas. Those are fakes. Don't buy them. It's a total waste of your money. There's nothing there. I'm telling you, there's nothing there. It's purely microwave. You don't want to put microwave in your body. You want the real TeraHertz. So for you to get the real TeraHertz, you got to get it from Prive. And the person that invited you is our Prive distributor. Okay, so we've got more incredible products. I'm so excited for OxyTap. If you're excited with the OxyTap, all right, you got to say yes, because it's going to complete the triangle of health. That is grounding, PEMF, that is our BioLite, oxygenation, OxyTap, and the sunlight, which is our iTeraCare, boosting our body's cellular voltage. 3 in 1, you're getting the best. And there's more products. We got aroma, we got energy boost with our diamond lights. Of course, we got the alfalfa. We've got our bio. This is our ion shield. Oh my gosh, I just love it. I just love the bio shield. You know, 60 millions of negative ions. Can you imagine that? Every time it pushes negative ions, it's like you're in the forest. Wow, forest on your neck. Wow. And the manufacturer, guess what? Okay, in case you don't know this, the one who made this is the people who made bullet trains. Those type of technology, they made bullet trains, and they make technology like this. All right, that's amazing. Now, our company has global events all over the world, and guess what? We're expanding so fast. All right, we got global events, our first year anniversary and awards recognition. This was in Malaysia last year, March. It was very successful. Over 3,000 people joined this event. Of course, our second anniversary is in Bangkok this January 2021. And we've got Latin and North America. Ooh, amazing, amazing. Mexico, of course, America. I mean, these countries and leaders are just coming and joining in. Guys, we've got Europe and Africa. I'm so proud of our Europe team. Our stockists, our leaders there, they are really committed. They're just moving forward. And a lot of them will be joining our Bangkok second anniversary. Yeah, all right. So I've got Doc Heiko right there. I just love him from Norway. He's here with us, and a lot of our leaders from Africa, Europe. All right. So I'm so proud of you guys. I'll see you very, very soon. We've got Asia, Australia, and New Zealand. And guess what? This leaders are leaders which has the heart to help humanity. If you are the type of leader that you have the heart to help humanity, you are in the right place. We are speaking the same frequency, guys. The reason why we're here, because we want this world to be a better place for human beings and for us to go back into nature. And that is what we want here. And this is our goal. Our goal is 1 iTeraCare device per household, bringing life to every home. And if you wish to join us, you're most welcome. Thank you again for your time. I'm so glad that you joined me tonight. My name is Nathan. We're full pack at 300. We need to go beyond 300 next time, because we're going to be hitting 500, 1,000, and 1,000 more. And thank you so much for your time. I'm really, really so happy. And Happy New Year. 2024 will be a great year for all of us. Prosperity, abundance, happiness, love. And there will be a lot of enlightenment of consciousness. People are going to go back to where they belong, and that is your divine nature. So thank you so much, everybody. Woo! Amazing.